Hello there, comic fans. I am back from the comic shop this week, and it was a pretty small week for me this week. Only 4 comics, including this new #1, which really isn't a #1, kind of, because it's Lazarus X plus 66. Lazarus is on hiatus for, 6 months. This is one of 6. So they're coming out with this, I don't even, something else to do with the Lazarus world. Another time in the Lazarus world or something, and Michael Lark isn't drawing it. It's, where's our art by Steve Lieber. So, we got a different artist on it to give Michael Lark a break to do whatever he's doing. And we'll get some different sort of Lazarus stories, which is okay with me. I actually I think that's interesting. I don't really prefer that they, but it's annoying. I always find it annoying when they relaunch stuff, because I don't even remember if I put this on my pull list or my comic shop owner just threw it in for me this week because he wasn't there. Because I think I forgot to put. I was actually going to see if they had a shelf copy, because it wasn't in my email this week that said it was on my pull list. So I'm assuming that my comic shop owner just threw it in for me because I collected Lazarus. Because it's kind of annoying to have to remember and track down and put new 6 issues miniseries on your pull list. But I guess it's better than interrupting Michael Lark's run on Lazarus. Kind of like, so now, the main book is his. The main book is Rucka and Lark's, and this is Lieber and Lark. So I think it's a decent idea either way. But I'm sure I'll like it. I've enjoyed Lazarus so far, and Steve Lieber is a good artist, so there is no pain. So we'll see how this one is. And next we have Britannia, We Who Are About to Die, issue 4 of 4. And there's another one that confused me this week because, once again, it wasn't on my pull list. I get an email each week that tells me what the shop is pulling for me. And there was only 2 books on it. And this, for some reason, wasn't. And, I'm just going through the shelf. And all of a sudden I see it there, they had 1 shelf copy, which I assume was supposed to get in my pull list, because otherwise I'm sure no one is picking up issue number 4 of this on a lark. And I was like, I don't have this, do I? And I'm staring at it going, I didn't get issue number 4, did I? Last thing I remember, there was this white statue attacking him. And I'm like, that's right, I do not remember a fight between this statue of Apollo and our lead character, so I must not have gotten it. So I ended up buying it. But it was just funny. I'm sitting there going, did I get it? Did I not get it? Did I get it? Did I not get it? I'm like, I didn't get it. So, the person who was working at the store is new, and she's actually the LCS owner's daughter. And I think she's like 18 or 19, so she was having a little trouble working her father's computer system. Her father is actually a coder, and he made his own sort of system of inventory and pull lists and stuff like that. That's how I get an email every week. So she was trying to finish. I was like, do you have any way to know if I bought this before? Which I know there is in the system somewhere, but she didn't know it. But I'm like, okay, I didn't get it. I'll get it now. Britannia, issue number 4. And here we go with Department H, issue number 16. Matt and Sherry Kint. Let's see, this is always a wraparound, isn't it? Our mystery continues. Who killed our lead character's father and sabotaged this whole deep water base that they're now trying to escape? And like I said, it's turned from a locked room mystery into survival horror, kind of. It's a towering inferno underwater, and they're discovering all these new things. Oh, look at nice fish. That's the pod they're trying to escape in. But the surface people have told them they're carrying some dread disease, and they'll shoot them down if they go up. There's some sort of giant squid eye. But I'm enjoying this thoroughly. It's a very meandering story. If you buy this, you better like a good meandering story, because it starts out sort of tightly structured, locked room mystery, introduce you to all the characters, introduce you to what's going on, give you some clues, but then for the last 10 issues, we've been having all sorts of disasters in the present, and then we've been getting looks into the past at all the different characters and their relationship with her father and their sort of likes and dislikes with him. So it's been less about clues and more about the characters. And like they've been, even though they're on this sort of one little deep underwater station, they could also go out into this bottom of the ocean cave where there were strange creatures. So the plot structure really loosened up, and it has been just kind of going all over the place. So if you're looking for that type of story, this is the one for you, Department H. And our final book of the week, Invincible, issue number 138, The End of All Things, part 6 of 12, as we count down to the end of Invincible. The series is being stopped. It's not even really being canceled, it's just being stopped. In half a year now. Wow, so this Invincible's been around a long, long time. And we're having a final huge battle between a space cosmic battle between Invincible and his the planet where I don't want to spoil too much for you because there's a giant space battle coming up. But he's half human. Invincible's half human and half Viltrumite. And the Viltrumite Empire is this race of Supermen who conquer all sorts of worlds. And that's how the story started out. And back in issue, 6, and 1 to 6. And Invincible eventually stopped the war, but now some guy has built up the Viltrumite Empire again and wants to take out Earth and Invincible and anyone else he can. So it's one part of the galaxy at war with the other part. Anything on the back? Just an ad for Horizon. And it's just a fun superhero book that's gotten real cosmic on us at the end here, and I can't wait to see how it ends, even though I'll be sad that it's ending. And I forgot to mention that I got the latest comic shop news. Nice What's interesting about this, last week was the first week I got this in ages, and read it through. It's fun, it just gives you, oh look at that, nice, gives you some cover homage stuff. But one of the interesting things about it is it's running the Spider-Man newspaper strip. It wasn't all on the back page last week. It was all kind of underneath. So I think that was kind of cool because I haven't read the Spider-Man newspaper strip in years. So it's fun to actually see it and get to read it. Other than that, it's news from around the comic industry about what's coming out. Hillbilly number 10. I think we're only up to Hillbilly number 4 that's come out. I don't know what's up with number 10 they're showing us. But it's just lots of different news from, this is a whole ton of books that are coming out. But, it's a nice little freebie that my comic shop gets in now. You can read yourself some Spider-Man newspaper strips. And last, we will give you a look at my background art here. These are things I did quite recently. They're small size comic book. They're designed to look like original art. I've got all the markings on them like an actual cover. Matter of fact, I'm going to cut them down. This is on 9x12 paper, but you can see a blue line there. I'm going to cut it to 8.5 by 11 so I can put it in a bag and board or frame that size, just because it works better a little bit at 8.5 by 11 than 9x12. These are just a couple of strange, weird portraits. Maybe I'll color them someday, but right now I just kind of want them black and white. I actually did small paintings of these years ago. I kind of wanted to reuse the image because I think it works well with the Psychedelic Dreamer logo and trade dress and stuff. It's just sort of a weird dreamlike thing. I do a lot of dreamlike stuff, don't I? But anyway, there you go. A little bit of art for you, and we will catch you all next week.